Well, hello, boys and girls. Here we are again. And when I feel like it o'clock, it's in the AM. And I'm at the life coach's house. Got my PJs on, chilling, having myself a little coffee. And doing nice summer projections, summer happenings for each team in the NHL that I do every year that everybody loves. It's all the rage, boys and girls. You know you've all been there. You've all seen it. You could tell your family it's coming out. Call the news. Call your employees. Tell them, look, it's happening again. My NHL Pearls of Wisdom summer happenings is happening right now. And I just did my Anaheim Ducks. Now I'm doing the Arizona Coyotes and what they will be doing this summer. Well, Arizona, for the most part, as I predicted last year, if you remember, boys and girls, if you go back in your journals and take a look, halfway through the season, I said they were going to have a strong second half. And sure enough, they did. They were over 500. They were playing a lot better. The most Rick Tocchet is like the antithesis of Tippett. That was I was a little in the beginning of the year. I said that they'd almost make the playoffs, and now I was a little bit too positive had a little too much faith in Tocchet, basically because he he's got carte blanche to play a system that is much the same as what you're seeing with the Vegas Knights, boys and girls. And there was going to be a big adjustment because Tippett was not about that. Tippett was all about playing on the right side, safe hockey. One of the best at it. I'm not putting the guy down. Just that's not where we're going in the league anymore. And good. I don't want it to be, honestly. It's time that we start playing the score again. And that's what you're seeing here in Arizona. And it's pretty exciting. That being said, you look at a guy like Gallant and what he did in Vegas with a bunch of guys it's insane. But it's a little different when you actually have to transition your mind. In Vegas, they all had to just focus on what that coach wanted to do. It wasn't really a transition from a team system. It was a transition into a different system. This was a transition from a team system. And that's the reason why they brought in a guy like Derek Stepan. Derek Stepan is a very offensive player. He's a good leader, and he wants to play this type of game. You'll keep him there. I think they'll keep him there for a while, and he's going to really enjoy it, and he's going to help his coach have this team become that type of team. So now, what are they going to do in the summer? Well, let's go down there. You got Richard Panik, Domi, Perlini, and Krause. Krause will probably be playing in the NHL next year, I imagine. He did a good job in minors, and I like what they did with Krause, giving him some more time to become more of an offensive player. But Richard Panik, I doubt will be back. You got Max Domi, Perlini, Krause, and you might have to fill in a fourth liner there. Through free agency, which shouldn't be too difficult to do. Possibly you might want to try Merkley on that side or something of that nature, but that is not a bad top three, boys and girls. Stepan, Dylan Strome, Dvorak, and they brought in Marcus Kruger for the same sort of reason. They want their bottom six guys to play like him. And it was a nice pickup as far as I'm concerned. They didn't really need Martinook with the type of players they have. Unlike what I said with the Anaheim Ducks, this is not a team that's going to get pigeonholed with having the same players all over the place. Keller, Christian, Fisher, Cousins, and I think you're going to see Merkley there. Cousins will probably play the fourth. Merkley will play the third. I don't see any free agent action happening here in the offense or the defense with Larson, Goligoski, Demers, Chychrun, Hjalmarsson. Hjalmarsson, I think they'll re-sign. And what Chayka did here, by the way, people say, why the heck are they signing all these veteran players when they're supposed to be rebuilding? The hardest thing to get in the NHL is defensemen, and it takes a long time to develop them. So what he did is he found all the defensemen he could that he wanted, that was going to be able to play the system he wanted to play, that were veterans. So as they draft young players, these guys can bring them up and replace them. It was a great move. Now all they have to do is watch how they're progressing, and if they need to add forwards, they can, which is the easiest position to fill. So it was a fantastic move. So I don't think you're going to see free agents. They had a strong second half. They're going to see how the team builds, and if they're in a playoff position, then they may go after a big score or something like that to add to this group. I like the way Shake is building this team. I think he's doing a fantastic job. Antti Ranta and Darcy Kemper. Antti Ranta, I was saying before, there was a fine pickup thrown in with Stepan. He won that trade when he made that trade. I said he won that trade, and he certainly looks like Shaka did. Bringing in Darcy Kemper he's an interesting goaltender. I think this is a good one too. Now, what is the big thing that's going to happen with Arizona here is at the draft, and they kind of fell down a little bit. Oh, what am I doing? And it's probably going to go down to, I'm not going to go through every one. Check out my top 10 draft. I have it here. You can check it out. I don't know why you haven't already watched it, but maybe you're on holidays or something. Go check it out. It'll help you out with your draft needs. It looks like it's going to be a toss-up between Boquist and Tkachuk. Possibly Bouchard. Bouchard is kind of the wild card in this draft, and is very much the type of defenseman that Shaka really, really likes. But Tkachuk, as you can tell, before they were drafting, for some reason, I think it was a PR move. They were drafting like the Domi, like McInnes is another one, that like the players, ex-NHL players' sons, so they have these ex-NHL players in the stands. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, but I don't think Shake is going to fall for that. He's going to have a choice between Tkachuk and Boquist. In my mind, there's no doubt in my mind, if he has that choice, he's taking Boquist, and he should take Boquist. I like Tkachuk. Tkachuk's going to be a very good player. It might turn out to bite him, but I like their offense. And, you know, you heard, though, do you draft by position? If all things are equal, you draft for position, yes. They have a strong left side. As far as with Domi and oh, geez, let me go back again. Sorry about that. With Max Domi and Brandon Perlini, Lawson Krause, and they can fill in those holes. But Boquist is one of the best two-way defensemen out there, basically not in the NHL right now. Very underrated, not getting enough credit for. Oh, by the way, before I go on here, talking about defensemen, forget about the fact Oliver Ekman-Larsson, he's going to sign. Simple as that. Unless Oliver wants to go. If he wants to go, then they're going to have to make a trade. God forbid. I hope they don't have to, because they're not going to get enough for him. And I really want to see the Coyotes do well here. But you take Boquist. Boquist is, you know, will slot into your top four within 2 years probably. And he probably will play next year. Without a doubt, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I see them doing in this summer. Have a great day, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell and all of that stuff so you can get your Jaime's Body Lube and my NHL Pearls of Wisdom necklace, right? Have a great day. Lots of love to you.